Department of Shalakya Tantra in Faculty of Ayurvedic Sciences at Jyoti Vidyapeeth Women's University. Today in this session we will discuss about an important disease of the palate, that is the tumors of palate. We include it in the Talugat Rog, which is again included in the classification of the Mukh Rog. So, shall we start? First of all, you should know about the two terms. These are tumor and neoplasia. What is tumor and what is neoplasia? These are two different things we should know. Tumor, it is a swelling of the tissue, whereas what is neoplasia, it is an abnormal mass of tissue, the growth of which exceeds and is uncoordinated with that of the normal tissues and persists in the same excessive manner after cessation of the stimuli which evoke that change. This definition of neoplasia has been derived from the Robbins Basic Pathology book, 10th edition. So, tumor is just a swelling, whereas neoplasia is the abnormal mass of tissue. Okay. Then we'll come on the carcinoma of palate. It is not a common lesion of the oral cavity. Then what are the clinical features of the carcinoma of palate? The growth of the palate is poorly defined, it is ulcerated and painful lesion. It will be seen on one side of the midline, and it frequently crosses the midline and may extend laterally to include the lingual gingiva or posteriorly to involve the tonsillar pillar or even the uvula. And this carcinoma may invade the bone or occasionally the nasal cavity, while infiltrating lesions of the soft palate may extend into the nasopharynx. Metastasis occurs quite commonly. So, in case of the carcinoma of palate, the metastatic condition, it is very common. You should know what is metastasis. Metastasis is an important term in case of carcinoma. Okay. So, if there is metastasis, then it becomes more towards the poor prognosis. Okay. Then what is the treatment of carcinoma of palate? In brief, you can say that both surgery and X-ray radiation are used. Okay. So we should go for the radiation therapy, whereas as well as the surgical procedure. So metastasis is the spread of cancer cells to the new areas of the body. It is done often by the way of the lymphatic system or blood stream. Okay. So a metastatic cancer or metastatic tumor is one that has spread from the primary site of origin or where it started into the different areas of the body. That is the metastasis. Okay, it is a pathogenic agent spread from an initiatory or primary site to a different or secondary site within the host body. And the term is typically used when referring to the metastasis by a cancerous tumor. Okay. Then we come to the carcinoma of the hard palate. Okay. First, we will discuss about the variety of the carcinoma of hard palate. First is the squamous cell variety. Okay, you know about the squamous cells. What are the squamous cells? These are the squamous cell carcinoma. In short, we call it the SCC. It is the second most common form of the cancer, and it is usually found on the areas of the body which are damaged from the UV rays or tanning, and in case of the skin cancer. But here we are discussing about the hard palate. Okay. So squamous cell carcinoma is a very common type of a cancer. Okay. It is a very important type of a cancer. Okay. So palate, as you know, it is anatomically divided into the hard palate and the soft palate. And you also know that the hard palate is a part of the oral cavity, whereas the soft palate is a part of the oropharynx. Okay. So half of the hard palate cancers are squamous cell carcinomas. These are the most common variety of the cancers of the hard palate. The second variety is the glandular variety, which is also very common. It arises from the minor salivary glands of the palate and may be adenoid, cystic, mucoepidermoid, or adenocarcinoma. And it may be common in people who have the habits of reverse smoking. Okay, so we have told about the glandular variety. Then here they are saying about the minor salivary glands which are present in the palate. Okay, they are most numerous salivary glands at the junction of hard and soft palate. So these glands in the palate, they are very prone to cancerous condition. So it is also a common type of carcinoma of the hard palate. Okay, then they have said that the minor salivary glands of the palate and also it can be adenoid cystic. Okay, this carcinoma can be adenoid cystic. So adenoid word is used where there is an involvement of the gland. Okay, so adenoid cystic carcinoma, it has a short form of ACC. Okay, ACC is an uncommon tumor which is characterized by the slow growth and high potential for recurrence. Okay, this is again a type of the carcinoma of the minor salivary gland. Then there is mucoepidermoid carcinoma. Okay, the carcinoma of the minor salivary glands of the palate can be mucoepidermoid or mucoepidermoid carcinoma, which is MEC. It is also the most common malignant neoplasm of the minor salivary glands, and these are the malignant tumor of the salivary glands, and so it is also very common. Okay. Then next is the adenocarcinoma of the minor salivary gland of the palate. Okay. Usually we don't use the term polymorphous low grade adenocarcinoma or PGLA, and this is a malignant tumor of minor salivary gland which is slow growing and carries a low metastatic potential. Okay, so there is also cribriform adenocarcinoma of the minor salivary glands. Okay, which is a very rare, and so these are all the types of the glandular variety of the carcinoma of hard palate. Okay, and next slide we will discuss about the symptoms of the carcinoma of the hard palate. The cancer starts as a superficial ulcer with rolled out edges and gives no symptoms except painless irregularity on the palate felt by the tongue. So initially you will not see any such big growth of the carcinoma on the hard palate. There will be only a superficial ulcer. Okay, you will see a superficial ulcer and it may also be ignored sometimes. So you should see about the edges of the ulcer. Okay, you should observe the edges of the ulcer. And in case of the squamous cell carcinoma, the edges of the ulcer are rolled out. So if there is rolled out edges, that it means a squamous cell carcinoma. Okay, if there is raised or pearly white and beaded edges, then there can be rodent ulcer, or if there is punched out edges, it can be syphilitic ulcer. So we should examine the ulcer. ठीक है. This portion comes up in the examination of ulcer. Okay, if the rolled out or vertices is there, then it indicates the squamous cell carcinoma. And there are no other such symptoms which make us think about the squamous cell carcinoma. There is painless irregularity of the palate, and which can be felt by the tongue. Okay, if there is rolled out edges and there is painless irregularity, then we should make a provisional diagnosis towards the squamous cell carcinoma. Okay, so you know about the what is ulcer. It is as a break in the continuity of the surface epithelium with superadded infection. So we should first do the examination of the ulcer. Then next symptom it may spread to the gingiva, lip, soft palate, or invade the bone of hard palate, floor of the nasal cavity, or the antrum. So as we have discussed that the squamous cell carcinoma is a type of malignant carcinoma. It is a malignant carcinoma or it is a cancer. So it may spread to the different sites from the primary site, like it may spread from the hard palate to the gingiva. Okay, what is gingiva? Gingiva is the gums. In case of the medical terms, we call it the gingiva. So it is an anatomical term for the gums. Okay, so it may spread to the gums, it may spread to the lip, it may spread to the soft palate, which is a part of the oropharynx, or it can invade the bone of hard palate. Also, it can invade the part of the hard palate. Bone can be invaded. And then we come to the next, that is the floor of the nasal cavity. It can also invade the floor of the nasal cavity, and it can also invade the antrum. Antrum is the cavity on either side of the nasal septum. Okay, extending from the nares anteriorly to the choana posteriorly, which is communicating with the paranasal sinuses through the orifices in the lateral wall. So there is the nasal antrum. It has the mucus secreting cells and gastrin secreting endocrine cells. So here is an image of the carcinoma of the palate. You can see clearly there is a scar or ulcer in the palate on the left side. You can see the ulcer, the discontinuity of the surface, epithelial surface. In the right side there is a growth, which you can see. It is a painless growth. This is the CA hard palate. Then we come to the risk factors of the carcinoma of hard palate. Okay, so first one is the smoking and cancer. This is a most important risk factor in case of the carcinoma. Smoking can also cause the lung cancer, but it may also cause the palate cancer. Okay. So it is an important factor that we should tell patient to quit smoking if we think that patient is developing cancerous condition. So cigarette smoking or bead smoking, these should be avoided. They may damage your airways also and may lead to the palate cancer. Okay, because a cigarette, it contains about around 4800 chemicals, and 69 of which are cancer triggers. So if they trigger the cancer, it becomes a very much risk factor. Okay, so next is the alcohol. Okay. Alcohol is also injurious to health. It is abuse is disastrous for health. It impacts our entire body and causes